Okay, so how to trade a harmonic, right? This is pretty essential if you guys are going to like if you have anyone in a downline, I would definitely like show them this. If you're going to trade a harmonic, the first thing you want to make sure you're doing is do not trade a harmonic on a trending market, which I'll show you what all this means. Okay. Like I said, second thing I do is I usually always shoot for TP1. Okay. Or twin trade, right? Other than that, is there really anything I do other than harmonics? No, I mean, other than that, like what I'll look for is just like confirmation checklist. So if you guys have gone through like the confirmation checklist, like on the academy, I would use that. But yeah, that's all I would pretty much use. Like for, I guess if I'm gonna trade a harmonic, that's what I would look for. Other than that, yeah, that's what I look for to trade one. So now if we're gonna go on the graph and look for some, this is what I mean. Okay. So for the most part, can anyone answer this to me? Like, I'm not gonna zoom all the way out, but what kind of trend does this look like it's doing right now? Like, what kind of trend is this?
Downtrend.
The overall trend. What does it look like it's been doing? Can anyone just shout that out? I don't care who.
Downtrend.
Downtrend, right? This looks like it's going on a downtrend, right? Do you see how like this resistance right here is pushing it down? One thing I'll let you know about a harmonic is you don't want to trade it on a trending market. What do I mean? All right, so a harmonic is never a reversal pattern, right? This is a continuation pattern. So you do not want to trade this on a trending market. So if this is on a downtrend, we want to trade a harmonic in terms of what? A sell. We want to trade this in favor of the trend. You don't fight against the trend. Trust me, guys, I blew up an account this way. It was not nice. And the reason for that was because it was a downtrend. And just like this, it was calling out a buy. What happened? I did that buy and it didn't work out. Almost always when you see a harmonic on a trending market, it will not work unless it's in favor of the overall trend, right? So this one would be one that I personally wouldn't take, you know? Doesn't matter which ones that you guys like the time chart you guys do. Just remember if it's on a larger time frame, it's gonna take longer for it to play out. One thing I'll say too is that me personally, I don't trade. Well, when I was new at least, I didn't trade sharks. Shark patterns, the thing about that is that the entries are a little bit different. If you want to learn how to trade sharks, I would watch the shark video on the harmonic section of the academy. But yeah, if you're new, I wouldn't really recommend trading sharks. I never did at least. I still don't, honestly. Example, this one. This is why I always go for the first take profit, right? Okay, let's see. Overall trend of the markets, there's really no trend. It's just a bunch of consolidation. Consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. It's really no real trend. So that's fine. What happened? Touches this wick. But overall, if I were to say this is a trend, it'd be an uptrend, right? It's still kind of consolidating, but still, I wouldn't really like this. I really wouldn't have taken this one either. But still, going on an uptrend, this is calling out a sell. I don't really see why, but personally, user RSI here, it makes sense that it's going to go down on the RSI, shot down, right? That's why I was saying always choose take profit one. Did it hit it? Yes, hit it pretty fast, right? How much difference is that in pips? 1740 all the way to 74.17. So about 23 pips. So you would have caught a cool 23 pips from here to here, right? That's what I was saying. That's why I always just usually take profit one, you know? It might continue to go further down, but hey, like look at all this consolidation right here. You would have been floating, right? So you would have caught your 23 pips and dipped. Pretty cool. Let's see. I always look for butterflies. If I see butterflies, I take them, always. I do the same thing. This is a larger time chart. I always look for JFX, by the way. It doesn't matter the broker. They're all the same, but still. Gartley's, I like Gartley's, personally. Okay, this one's actually a perfect example of a harmonic. Overall trend, downtrend, right? Everyone see that? Cool. What happens? They're telling us to enter here. That's our entry. Does it hit take profit one? Yes, you would have caught about almost 30 pips. Now, if you want to let the second one ride, do it. It hits the second one, right? Take profit two. You would have caught like a difference of 20 pips from letting one ride longer. Cool. That's what I look for, honestly. And once you get a little bit more advanced, you could kind of figure out what to do after this, like to see where it's going to go next. But until then, for harmonics, all I want to know is just make sure it's not on the trending market. So make sure it's in favor of the trend, not in oppose. If this were to call out buys up above, I wouldn't take them. Because the overall trend is what? A downtrend, right? So there's really not much I can like have to explain about harmonics. It's pretty much that simple. Just make sure if you're jumping in, make sure it's in favor of your trend. On the RSI, look right up here where that little peak was, where the D is, all the way up here on the RSI. Right here, this right here, is that right there. You could have just spotted this a lot easier and boom, shoots down. I mean, I wouldn't have known it shot still number 2 up until like I actually saw the movement, but I would have twin traded it. I would have twin traded from TP1 and TP2. What I'm gonna start doing, guys, to help you out is I'm gonna start looking at harmonics throughout the week again, and I'm just gonna start sending you guys them just so you guys can get familiarized on the ones that I personally would look for up until you guys feel comfortable taking your own. So other than that, let's look for one more good one, I guess. A bat. Let's see. 74.30. 23.93. Okay. So it's not on the trending market. Good. Entry. Cool. Take profit 1. Cool. Take profit 2. Cool. Did it hit the third one? No. Reverse. Twin trade it. You would have made over 35 pips right here. Then you let this one ride longer, another 20 pips. So about 55 pips, right? This took how many hours? Like 3 hours, right, for it to hit. So I personally would have taken this one if I would have saw it, just because it's not on the trending market. Right here on the RSI seems pretty doable, justifiable. You're solid. Other than that, I'm going to unmute everyone. I want you guys to ask me any questions that you might have. Harmonics are pretty much that simple. It's not going to be like an hour-long training. I wasn't expecting it to be. But yeah, let me unmute everyone.
Hey, Jesse, Rudy, are you able to add...
Did anyone over it? All right, Vanessa, then you're golden. You already know what to look for. All right, you guys are muted. Ask me any questions if you guys have any.
Hey, Jesse, it's Rudy. Are you able to add any indicators on
any questions at all?
Can you hear me?
Remember, to me, this might make sense, but to some of you guys, if it doesn't make sense, let me know. Let me know what's not making sense so I could explain it. You know?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Rudy.
Oh, okay, perfect. Hey, are you able to add indicators on the Harmonic scanner? Or is it just only the RSI?
Great question, actually.
Curiosity.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can add them. It's next to the settings button.
Next to the what? Oh, okay.
There you go.
I see.
And then, yeah, I would honestly, if I were to add this, I'd probably add the parabolic slide. Oh, yeah, this is beautiful. What? I know, huh? It's like game over. Yeah, let me get like a good.
Jesse, can you explain a little bit how the twin trading works? Because I think I've done it before, but I'm not really sure. I saw the video on the Academy, but I don't think I understand it completely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we wanted to trade like this trade right here specifically, right? And let's say from this specific point, like where we're entering, we know that the market is going to shoot down to at least take profit 1, but we have like a pretty good like idea, and like we assume that it may reach take profit 2, right? Well, let's say we're going to trade like a standard lot of $10 per pip. What you would do is you would break that trade into 2, all right? You would break it into 2, which that means that you would break your lot size into 2. So instead of doing $10 a pip, you would do 5 pips, or $5 a pip on one trade, $5 a pip on another. You'd enter in on it twice. Now you would just set different take profits, right? Because either way, if you want to do a standard and you know it's for sure going to hit take profit 1, this distance right here is 35 pips, right? So what you would do is let one of them with $5 a pip hit those same 35 pips. with your first take profit, but you would let the second one ride a little bit longer. From this distance here, that's 25. No, this is 20 more pips that you would catch, right? So you're still catching those same 35 pips and 35 pips. Technically, you're still catching that same standard, except now you're kind of acting a little bit smarter, right? And you're catching 20 more pips above it. You know what I mean? So you're making a lot more pips, essentially, and you're playing it safer.
Okay, yeah, I get that part, but what I don't understand is that the part of the risk with the stop loss, that sometimes people move the stop loss above the entry price or something like that with the second transaction.
So let's say like it starts, let's say like right now, we thought like it was going to hit take profit 3. What we would do is we'd move our stop loss instead of here in loss, we would move it in profit. So let's say we're down here at this point and we think it's going to hit 3. Well, what if it's at your stop loss is at take profit 1? If it reverses like it did, you're getting closed out in profit. So you still made your full 35 pips and 35 pips. You know what I mean?
So you will only put the stop loss above the entry price if it already hits the TP1 and you put it on the TP1, or you can put it like in the middle between the entry point and the take profit number 1.
It just depends. For me personally, like if I think like the graph is like if I'm already in profit, like let's say anywhere, for me personally though, I would go for like 15, 20 pips in profit. I'll move my stop loss at least 2 pips like above my entry just to play it safe. So if it does reverse, whatever, I'm still catching 2 pips instead of losing 20. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you will do only 2 pips, or you can do more?
I'll only do 2 pips to begin with. As I see it continuing to move down, like let's say I'm in profit 30 pips, I'll have my stop loss in 10. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'll give it like in 20 pips worth of fluctuation for the most part.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
Anyone else have any questions?
I think we're good.
Everyone good? It wasn't supposed to be a long training, guys. I wasn't trying to keep you up all night, you know? I'm going to be having like a pretty like a big amount of boot camps next week. Jasmine and I, if you know who we are. Jasmine, like Swazman. And she's going to be having a lot of boot camps next week. We're going over basics, intermediate, advanced. I'm going to have some sort of trainings of some sort. I just want to teach you guys how to use it. Vanessa, what do you mean by trending market? Why would you want or not want to trade on a trending market? Okay, so let me use my whiteboard instead. All right, so a trending market, right? Let's say that the graph is doing something like, I don't know, hold on, let me draw it. Let's say the graph is doing something like this, right? And let's say the harmonic that they're calling out, to be exact, is like right here, right? This is the harmonic that we're seeing. And then they're calling out that it's going to shoot up. They're calling out a buy, right? They're saying that at this price down here, or this value, price is a, what is that? They say that at this value down here, price is about to shoot up. Hold on. Hold on, let me move that. All right, so they're saying price is going to shoot up right here. This is what I mean, do not trade on the trending market. I only say trade in favor of the trend. So if the overall trend has been what? A downtrend, right? A harmonic was never meant to be a continue, or never meant to be a reversal, right? So a reversal pattern, if you guys like haven't learned about them, I'll have a training another day on it. Like example, if we're saying that the market is moving down like that, we'd want to see like a double bottom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That'll shoot like the overall trend on an uptrend. Maybe you'd want to see like a reverse head and shoulders, right? Coming from a downtrend, going to an uptrend. Maybe you'd want to see like a wedge, rising wedge is a sell. Okay, so maybe you'd want to see like a falling wedge, and that would be a buy, right? But a harmonic is never supposed to be a reversal. It's never going to reverse the trend of the market. It might, but the possibility of it is like really, really slim. Like every single time you guys see a harmonic trying to be reversed like that, the trend, it's not going to work out. You know what I mean? It's always going to fail for the most part. Like time after time again. So if you look at the overall trend of the harmonic, you see something like this, I would not want to take it. I would not want to place a buy if I know that the overall trend is a sell, you know? That doesn't make any logical sense. That's what I mean. Like, you don't want to fight the trend, pretty much.
So if you see that's going in a downtrend, you would only want to take a sell?
If you see it going on the downtrend, you want to take a sell. You don't want to take a buy.
Okay.
So you trade in favor of the trend, not against it. Do you use any specific strategies on the HS, the harmonic scanner? Honestly, I just make sure that it's not on the trending market. I usually just take profit one, twin trade the other one until take profit two, and that's about it. Like, it's really, the harmonics are pretty simple. I don't really I could just kind of look at one and see if it's a good one. But no, there's really nothing that much. I would say look at the confirmation checklist on the Academy if you really want to. That's what I started doing when I was new, up until I got comfortable, like, just looking at them and just seeing if they're good or not. Making sense?
Yeah, so to begin the harmonic scanner, I would say, like Jesse said, confirmation first. And then just make it easier on yourself. Don't complicate it in the beginning. And then once you get advanced, then you can do different things.
Yeah, to be honest, guys, it's trial and error. Start off trying it on demo. Take like as many as you can. To be honest, like I said, when I was live, I'm trading real money. I doubled my account in 2 days. Like, it's pretty simple. Harmonics are like my favorite things when I was new. Like I said, I'm gonna start sending you guys a lot of harmonics, like on the chats, like on mine, or if you're on Anna's, I'll post it on Anna's. I'll try to shoot for maybe one every other day or one day if I can. But I'm gonna try to help you guys out with harmonics, just so you can see the ones that I look for. Like I said, I only trade butterflies and Gartleys every so often, but mainly butterflies and Gartleys are my favorite. The other ones I don't trade. Still to this day, I don't really care to trade them. And the names of it are just like types of harmonic patterns. Once you learn about fibs and all of that, and once you learn about all of that, there's just specific zones, like where price reaches, that makes that specific pattern. Okay, so I don't know. Any other questions, guys? Making sense? We're good. Tiffany, I see you grubbing.
I am. I'm fucking grubbing, bro. I had a pizza. I'm on my way. Okay.
Wow. Oh, I haven't eaten. So yeah, we need to go eat.
I'm about to eat more too. I don't give a fuck. Let's do it.
And let's make money. I'm so down. Well, the markets are
Let's
closed.
make money and fucking eat food.
The markets are closed, but I guess I'll just show you, like, I don't know. I'll
Show me how to make money.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, did this make sense, Tiff? Did this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
You were talking to me about that before. You're talking, because I saw on your chart, you're talking about the M patterns and the W patterns, right?
Yeah, double tops, double bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gold.
Is that similar to like when there's like lower highs and lower lows, or is that a little bit different?
Similar. When you see the M pattern is coming from a trending market, so you see a higher high, then it'll form a lower high, and then it reverses back down.
Yeah. Okay.
Golden, guys, we're good. Nothing else for me. That's all I really have for today. At least tonight. I didn't want to keep you guys up too late. Just practice on the harmonic. Try that out next week for you guys that are all new to this. Try it out. Worst case scenario, try it on a demo so you don't risk your real money. Trust me, you're gonna make a lot of profit from it.
Oh, I'm gonna do it in real time. Whoop whoop.
I'm gonna help you double it, because I'm telling you, those are golden. I saw them the other day that I was like, holy crap! I totally could have taken that. It was almost 50 pips. I could have twin traded that, trade stacked that B. But me personally, I would have seen it, spotted it, looked good. So
I know that's how I felt all week last week, and I kept calling shit out. And I was like, why didn't I put money in my account? I was like, for real,
in the market, guys. If you guys are confident in the trade, jump in on it. Don't doubt yourself. Just jump in on it next time. That's it.
I know. I learned, except for the NZD.